Hey guys, just before we get into this video, and I'm probably going to say it in the video somewhere, but if you could please drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you don't worry about it, but please subscribe. Trying to get to 150 subs by the end of the year. I'm hoping we can do that, and with your help, I know we can. You guys have been awesome. Now enjoy the video. G'day guys, and welcome back to Ados the Great YouTube channel. So last night was State of Origin, or I think this video is going to be going up on Tuesday, my apologies. So Sunday night was State of Origin, and I've just finished work, finished the gym. I thought, hey, I'm going to come home and I'm going to do a video on how I thought State of Origin went, State of Origin Game 2. And then I'm going to give my predictions for, well, how I think the team should line up for Game 3. So we'll get into why I've picked all these players later on down the track. But let's talk State of Origin Game 2. Now, I came into this game fairly hopeful that Queensland would get off to a good start, and they started the first 10-15 minutes relatively well. The Latrell Mitchell intercept probably turned the tides for the game there. New South Wales just ran away with it after that. Queensland just, I don't know, it just felt like a training drill for them to try and it was all one-dimensional. It was boring to watch. New South Wales, their attack just flowed. Queensland had no answers for it, and it was actually really disappointing. As a massive Queensland supporter, it hurt to watch that. Yeah, it was extremely disappointing, and I'm really not happy with the press conference after. Daly Cherry Evans and Paul Green, it was probably one of the worst press conferences I have ever witnessed. It was so disappointing to see. For one thing, they kept bringing up the Ronaldo Mulatalo issue. You know, while they didn't directly say that was the cause of what happened to Queensland, they also didn't, they didn't say that it was on them. They said that there is a possibility that factored into the loss, which I think is absolute rubbish. Maybe if it was a player like Josh Papali'i or Cam Munster, then yeah, they can change the tide of a game. But someone like Ronaldo Mulatalo, who was making his debut, could not have done anything else for Queensland last night. It was just, yeah. And then Daly Cherry Evans at the end of the interview went on to say that, they've got nothing to lose. How can you say you've got nothing to lose? You're on the verge of a whitewash. Like, have some pride in your state. I was extremely disappointed by both Paul Green and Daly Cherry Evans, and it's not acceptable for two leaders of the Queensland Maroons to come out and have that interview that they did. Now, look, I will put the interview down in the down in the description, because I want you guys to go and watch it. Obviously, I'm not going to play it in this video because it will get flagged and the video will probably get removed. But please do go and watch it and you'll see what I mean. It was just, they weren't taking responsibility for the loss, and they damn right should have, because it was atrocious. And, I feel like a lot of Queensland fans would have appreciated it if they'd gone, look, we didn't come to play tonight and we are extremely sorry for that. That never happened. Not once did they apologise. And like, they're professionals. They should be doing a lot better. And you'll see later when I reveal my 18-man squad, I will not be putting Daly Cherry Evans in there. Now, I know Paul Green will back Cherry Evans in there. He will play. But if it was me selecting, there would be a lot of changes. So we'll jump over now and we'll go through my team. I've got all the players set up, so they're all going to be like fullback, wing, centre, like a proper lineup. We're an 18-man squad and have all the players down there so you can see what my team will be. I'll explain why I picked some of those players. I'm not going to explain why I've picked all of them because I'm already at over 4 minutes, and I don't want this video going too long. So yeah, I've got my little cheat sheet over here as well. You guys can't see that one, but you'll see the plays that come up on here. Now, before I announce the team, I'm going to go through some of the players I've picked that are under an injury cloud, hence why I've got backup players for them. So to begin with, Reece Walsh and Kalen Ponga, both under an injury cloud. I don't know if they'll be back for game 3, but they are named in my squad. I've also named Corey Thompson. Won't tell you where yet, you'll see in a second. Another player that's under injury cloud that I've named is Sam Walker. I've also named Harry Grant, but his backup will be Ben Hunt if he doesn't play. Finally, I've got another backup in Cohen Hess that will come onto my bench if several players are injured. But yeah, we'll run through my lineup so you guys can see what I'm working with. And look, I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with this, but look, at the end of the day, I think we need to chuck in some debutants for this last game. Get a feel of how Origin's played. If we get whitewashed, then hey, so be it. We should come out and play with pride, though. If we get flogged again, then that I just don't know how to react to it, to be honest. But yeah, so let's go through my lineup. At fullback, I have Kalen Ponga. While he is under an injury cloud, his backup will be Reece Walsh. Now, if Reece Walsh is unsuccessful and he can't play, Val Holmes will revert to fullback. My wingers, though, are Valentine Holmes and Corey Thompson from the Titans. Now, Corey Thompson is expected to be back this weekend, so he definitely should be available for selection. He's been absolutely killing it for the Titans, and I would love to see him get a Queensland jersey. In the centres, I have Hamiso I can't pronounce his Fido in number 3 and Dane Gagai in number 4. So yeah, they're my centres. I don't see Dane Gagai getting dropped, but Kurt Capewell, he just can't play in the centres. He needs to be either off the bench or in the forward pack. We'll get to that selection in a second. Now in the halves, I've got a very controversial selection. Obviously, Cameron Munster is still going to be in the halves. However, he will be our captain because Sam Walker will be replacing Daly Cherry Evans. Now, in the front row, before we get to my front rowers, I know a lot of you are going to say you can't replace Sam Walker and Daly Cherry Evans, blah, blah, blah. I reckon Sam Walker is ready to jump in and play Origin. And I think it's about time we replace Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans has been absolutely atrocious in the first 2 games. I thought he was wonderful last year, and damn right he should have been in game 1. But now that, we really want to get in there and win game 3, and after hearing what he's had to say, to say we've got nothing to lose has really pissed me off as a Queensland supporter. So Sam Walker gets the number 7 nod for me, and I would love to see him debut if he's right to go. Otherwise, Daly Cherry Evans probably keeps his position, or there's a few options we could look at around the league, but I'd say Daly probably gets the nod there. In the front row, same as game 2, I've got Josh Papali'i and Christian Welsh. I thought they did all right in game 2. They didn't have the impact that they normally would, but Papali'i has only just come back from injury a few weeks ago, so yeah, I think we need to give him a bit more time. He definitely should be getting in there with more passion and aggression, but I hope we see that come back out in game 3. My dummy half is Harry Grant. However, he is still under an injury cloud and not sure on when he is due back. I think it's around round 18. I'm not 100% sure, and if it is, he probably will miss game 3. If that does happen, Ben Hunt will fill in his position. In the second row, I have Felice Kafusi, another one that's been very disappointing, and I'm not going to drop him, but could be on the verge of dropping him with David Fafita coming back into the starting lineup. But Fafita as well hasn't really had that impact that you'd expect from him. Yeah, so Felice Kafusi does get the nod in number 11. Number 12, I've actually gone Kurt Capewell. I think he deserves to keep his starting spot in the team, but he just can't play in the centres. Tom Trbojevic just runs rings around him. Tino Faya Sumalawi, I still can't pronounce his name. So many people have told me how to, or I just can't do it, I'm sorry. So Big Tino keeps his position at lock. However, Jai Arrow could move up there for me. Either one of those two I'm fine with. On the bench, if Harry Grant and Kalen Ponga are healthy, then Reece Walsh is my 14th man. However, if Ponga and Walsh are out, then Ponga and Grant are out, then Walsh goes to fullback and Ben Hunt comes to dummy half, and Cohen Hess actually gets the nod for the bench. I'd go with an all-forward bench then. I don't think I'd have any other backs or halves in there. Then number 15, I've got Mo Fotuaika, David Fafita in number 16, and Jai Arrow rounding out the bench. The 18th man, if these players are all good to go, will be Cohen Hess. If not, then there's, I don't know, you could probably throw maybe Francis Molo out there or someone like that. But yeah, that's my lineup. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to disagree with it, but I just think we need to chuck in some debutants for this last game and just let them run riot. Because, I think definitely probably the next 5 years, or when Daly Cherry Evans hangs up the boots from representative football, I think Ponga, Munster, Walker and Grant will be the spine, with either Reece Walsh or AJ Brimson on the bench. So yeah, that's my prediction anyway. Other than that, I don't really have much more to say about last night's game, Sunday night's game. Extremely disappointing, but we move on. Obviously, massive Rabbitohs fan as well. So once State of Origin's over, then everything's just back on Rabbitohs. So yeah, that'll pretty much wrap up everything, guys. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this. Do you agree with my 18-man lineup, or do you disagree? I'd love to know your opinions. And yeah, thank you all so much for the support of the channel. I posted on Facebook my goals for 2021, and I want to get my YouTube channel up to 150 subs by the end of the year. It's only 12 more subs to go, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you all so much once again, and as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.